Hello class, and welcome to part 2 of our lecture, ¿Qué haces? As always, we're going to begin with Cornell notes, and I don't need to tell you every time we have a video how to write Cornell notes. By now you know that you're going to write your notes in the top part. You will write questions that you come up with on the left side while thinking about questions that you've seen in your ACPs. And at the very end you're going to write a summary about what you have learned. Our objective, of course, is the same as the last video. Students will use vocabulary to talk about everyday activities. Let's go ahead and refresh our memories about the vocabulary we just looked at. Los fines de semana me gusta estudiar, descansar, practicar deportes, tocar el piano, trabajar, bailar, hablar por teléfono. Now I will introduce you to a set of new words. To talk about how often you do things, you will use the following vocabulary. Please repeat after me whenever I say the words in Spanish. Siempre, nunca, casi nunca, antes de, después de, a veces, todos los días, fines de semana, los lunes, martes, miércoles, etc. So we have siempre, which means always. Nunca, never. Casi nunca, almost never. And in fact, you can use this word casi right here along with siempre to mean almost always. It works both ways. Antes de, meaning before. Después de, meaning after. A veces, meaning at times. Todos los días, every day. Fines de semana, weekends. Los lunes, martes, miércoles. So like on Monday, on Tuesdays, on Wednesdays, etc. You would use the days of the week with the article los, meaning on Mondays, on Tuesdays, on Wednesdays. So, let's go ahead and put these vocabulary words into action and see what kind of sentences that you can make up. In these online lessons, when you see asterisks next to a number like 1.1, 1.2, you will know that what is written out next to this number will be taken for a grade. In this instance, you're going to make a sentence using the vocabulary given. You need to use one vocabulary word from the left column and one vocabulary word from the right column to make one sentence. And you need to use your prior knowledge of Spanish to complete the sentence. So once you've chosen your verb and your frequency word, you can begin. So a good sentence you might come up with would be después de clase me gusta practicar deportes. And this would be a perfectly acceptable sentence. I do not want you to use the same sentence that I come up with, but you can use the words to kind of come up with your own sentences, and you need to write at least one sentence. So in your notes, you should have an asterisk, 1.2, asterisk, and then a sentence that I will grade. Now, you've seen the question a lot in these videos. ¿Qué haces los fines de semana? What do you do on the weekends? A good answer using the words we just learned, los fines de semana voy a la piscina con mis amigos. So, on the weekends, I go to the pool with my friends. What about this question? ¿Qué haces después de clase? A good answer would be, después de clase, casi siempre voy al parque. So, the question is, what do you do after class? And the answer, after class, I almost always go to the park. Now that we've mastered this new vocabulary, you should be able to create complex sentences asking about what people do on the weekends or after class, and you also should be able to respond with a complex sentence. Now let's look at some cultural notes. Nota cultural. In Spanish-speaking countries, the person who invites friends to go out with him or her will usually pay for everything. If the person inviting wants everyone to pay their own way, then he or she invites a la americana. Young people may also pool their money and split the expenses evenly. Who pays when you invite your friends to go out? Did you know that? In Texas and Mexico, a swimming pool is called la alberca. In Argentina, they call it la pileta. In most Spanish-speaking places, it is called la piscina. Well, that wraps up our lesson for today. Make sure that you keep your Cornell notes nice and organized so that when you go back to study them, you will be able to find exactly what you need. Also, make sure to go back and watch this video over and over again until you familiarized yourself with the new vocabulary. I'm very excited to see what sentences you came up with. We'll see you in class.